And then I'm going to do a screen share for this one. Okay. So can you all see the Coach Online Office here? Is that what you see?
Yes.
Okay. So really fast, I'll go over coach placement first, and then how we post on social media, like kind of some etiquette, like some tips, that kind of thing. Okay, so when you have a coach sign up, you want to make sure you have their placement set first. It's okay if you don't, because you do have 3 days to move a coach once they've signed up. But what you'll do is you'll log into your Coach Online Office. I'm really hoping our internet cooperates today. Okay, good. And you'll go to My Business, My Downline, and Graphical Genealogy. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can always just set it up here, and you can say, okay, I want to set it to like week leg first available, or week outside, that kind of thing. I just don't think that's you can't rely on it very well. So I like to manually do it. And this is, once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and you'll know, like, okay, I have someone signing up tomorrow, I'm going to go make sure their placement's set. The way we post, we always go down and out. So you can see how they go down this outside here. The reason being is that helps everybody benefit from the volume better. If someone gets placed on an inside leg, like for example, if I was to select this one, they wouldn't benefit from the volume of everybody up this line. So I don't even know why they have these ones as an option, but just so you know, you always want to make sure they're on the outside of either leg. So for Emerald, it's one on each side. And like Caitlin's not mine. So you'll probably have noticed, like when you've gone on and you're about to set a spot, you're like, wait, there's a coach here. I don't know who they are. I didn't sign them up. That's just the beauty of Beachbody, is that they all benefit from each other. It's not like, okay, here I am, I just get to profit off of everybody. That's not how it is at all. So as I place coaches down this line, down here, that will benefit all these other coaches too. So like I get to help people down there, Kayla gets to help people down the line. We all really get to help each other out. That's how the volume's created. And I'm like using hand motions like you guys can see me. You can't. So I got to remember that.
Wait, we can see you, or I can see you on my screen.
Kind of. Got to make sure at least it's up here. Okay, so let's say someone's signing up tomorrow. You've got someone already over here on your left. So you would say, okay, I got to make sure someone's on the other side. So go to bottom right, and you'd select this one. Never the inside. To go diamond, it's 4 on each side. So you kind of just even them out. It doesn't really matter if it's business or discount to get to diamond. You really just want to get those 4 on each side, and one of each of them will be emerald to go diamond. After diamond, it does kind of matter more. You want to place more of your builders on your weak leg, just to help you even out your volume so you can cycle more. So for example, like this is my strong leg over here. So I really stack my weak leg to kind of even out the volume that my strong leg has created. Because for every 200 to 100 volume points, you cycle 1 time during the week. So every time my strong leg hits 200 in volume and my weak leg hits 100, I'll cycle 1 time. So that's why you kind of want to build your weak leg after you've gone diamond to even out the volume of your strong leg. Any questions so far?
What does it mean about when that you'll cycle?
So that's where the team cycle comes from, your team cycle bonuses. So now that you're emerald, anytime that volume is created in team volume, you'll cycle 1 time, $14 every cycle. It's just a volume produced by all the volume on each leg, basically. That's really where the residual comes down the line. And so like some people build with a lot of customers and they get a lot of commissions, but that's not really residual. The long-term bonus is getting a really strong team of coaches building volume, because that's where more money is made basically is in your team cycle bonuses. So for example, like right now, the majority of our checks are from team cycling. Never mind. I'm going to talk about that. Yeah, so just down the line, you just know like the more you build a team, the more cycle bonuses you're going to see each week, and you'll see that part of your paycheck grow as opposed to commissions. Okay, so down and out, and just go to bottom right, select it, or go to bottom left and select that one. So that's how you set the preferred placement. Okay, with posting. So I'm going to bring up, so I don't use this coach training with you guys. I use the 14-day one, but this is one that Brigida does. And there's just part of it that I wanted to talk about, and that is posting on social media. Can you guys see this? The coach training part? Okay. So the 3 vital behaviors we know is being proof of the product, personal development, and inviting. So those are the 3 things you do daily as a coach. And that's really kind of where you want to do those, posting every day, and then adding on to things that you're passionate about. So I like to say draw like a little figure person on a piece of paper. So we'll just draw a stick figure. So we'll just say this is Mindy. So who is Mindy? Part of that is the vital behaviors. That's kind of what I post about daily. But add on to that like 3 things that you are passionate about. So for one is faith, family, and like now, like these have kind of changed over time. But now, like I do like to talk about Camden and spina bifida a lot because I want to raise awareness for that, and that's a big part of our life now, and that's become part of who I am. So that has changed as compared to what I posted about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was, faith, family, and then I don't know, I kind of rotate in and out of like, I like to do crafts and like do it yourself projects for the house and like decorating, things like that. Like that's kind of who I am and I like that. So I would talk about that here and there. So write down 3 to 5 things that describe who you are on a piece of paper. And you're going to rotate those things as you post on social media with your 3 vital behaviors.
I'm sorry, Mindy, what were the 3 vital behaviors again?
It's being proof of the product, and personal development, and inviting.
Okay.
So those are the 3 vital behaviors of a coach. The thing I like about those things is that's also kind of who you are, because personal development, as you read and listen to stuff every single day, there's always like an aha moment that you get from that you can share on social media. And being proof of the product, that's something you share daily as well. Obviously inviting kind of goes into talking about the business and talking about challenge groups and sharing a transformation and those kind of things. That's kind of a subtle way of inviting because you're talking about it. But you don't want to be basically like a walking Beachbody ad. It's not like, okay, I've signed up as a coach, and then that's all you talk about, because that's just kind of going to scare people off. And so as you rotate these things with other passions of yours, that's what we call sharing. That's what allows people into your life to show them who you are, and that allows them to connect with you and to say, okay, I really like that aha moment she shared from that book she's reading. Like, I want to ask her about that book. Or that really touched me. Like, I really took something away from that too. And then they're following you more because they've gained value from you. Or you've given them value. I like to say, like, your workouts, that's a daily thing you do. Shakeology, that's a daily thing you do. And so that's like an easy post to share every day. Like first thing, like if they see you working out every day, like over time, it really hits them. They're like, wow, she's still doing this. She's still working out. I should really get off the couch and do it. So that's always a good post. Personal development is always a good post. And then you can add into those things your other passions. Like I know people that are like, they're dog people. Like they talk about their dog a lot. I think that's who they are. Or like with Kay, she does hair. So for her to talk about doing hair, you know, or things like that, like that's how people connect with her because that's who they are too. Makes sense? Like your passions are going to connect with someone else who is just like you. And so they're going to love to follow you because they have the same interests. So you really want to expose who you are to people because that gets them into your life. Like they say, I mean, I don't love them, but people love the Kardashians because they're open. Like they really opened up their life to people. People love to follow them. And we get to do that in a good way to inspire people and to give them hope that they can change too. So let me scroll down here.
So we just see your genealogy page still.
Oh, you still see that? Oh, well, that's not helpful. Where did that button go? Resume, pause share. Okay, let me close out of that. Okay, here we go. This will make more sense. Okay, so here was the 3 vital behaviors. So you can see how Brigida uses the 3 vital behaviors as a post on Facebook. Proof of the product, her workouts. Okay, so quick tips on how to do that. And I'll take a screenshot of my phone and post it in the coaching group so you guys can see. But so instead of just always doing like a workout selfie, you can do things. There's a Timer Cam app that you can go set it and take picture of you working out. So like if you see like Chris and I's jumping pictures or like an action shot, that's how we do it. It's a timer picture camera app. So that's fun. So people can like see you doing it instead of just after. Just changing things up. Like take a picture of your workout. If it was like a really tough day for you to get up and work out, talk about that. Like share a quote with it. Share something that you liked, music that you like to listen to while you work out, or something that you like kind of learned while you were working out. You know, different ways to talk about how you worked out, why you did it, how you feel after, that kind of thing. Just change it up a little bit. Along with apps, so you can see Brigida uses the personal development, that vital behavior as posts too. You know, talking about how your office is at home, showing, like as you show these things, the other good thing about that is as you're talking about being proud of the product and personal development, those kind of things, people see that that's all you do as a coach. Like they can see like, oh, she reads for a job, like that's cool. She works out for her job, that's cool. So it's showing what you do as a coach as well, along with, I can't talk today, along with inspiring people too with what you learned and took away today. Hope that makes sense. So personal development, I'll just tell you, I listen to stuff all day long. I think it's really easy, you know, with kids or with your busy lifestyle, to listen to them while you're folding laundry and cleaning and stuff. Morgan, I sent you a picture of my podcast, right?
Like
did I send you a picture? Like a while back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Evelyn, you have a smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the podcast app on your phone? It should come with it. Or do you have an iPhone?
You have it, Mom, even if you don't use it. It's on. Yeah, she has an iPhone.
An iPhone. Okay. I know they're different on Android. Okay, so podcast app comes with your phone. You can go in there and download certain like motivational speakers and stuff, and they have podcasts, and that's what I listen to for personal development. Like I have Joel Osteen's app. Anyway, I'll post a picture for you, but that's a really easy way to get your personal development in. The reason personal development is so important as a coach is you're able to learn and change your mindset with things. So that's been huge for us. If I wake up in a funk, I know immediately I've got to turn on some personal development to just get that inspiration going, get the mindset changing, know that like, okay, I don't feel that great, but I'm going to choose to move forward anyway. I'm going to choose to feel happy no matter what. And it's also great when you learn leadership skills, learning social media stuff. Like personal development really is all inclusive of anything that really just betters you. So podcasts to listen, and then books. I'm going to list off a few books that were huge for us. I might have them too. One is the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. That was the first personal development book I ever read. When I heard this was a vital behavior, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot read a personal development book. They're so boring. But I really, it depends on the author. So John C. Maxwell is one of our favorites. He's funny, so you can listen to him on YouTube too. He's funny, and I just really like his way of thinking. I really agree with a lot of what he says about choices and overcoming stuff. He's the one that spoke at Summit 2 years ago, and I loved when he talked about with raising his kids. He was like, we didn't pay them to do chores. He's like, I wasn't going to pay my son to take out the garbage. If I did that, then he can go be a garbage man. He's like, so I paid them to read personal development books because that was going to better them and really set them up for success. Anyway, he has a lot of great quotes. So John C. Maxwell, you can pick up any of his. A really good one is from him is Failing Forward. That's the other thing I like about him. He really teaches you to embrace failure and not look at it as a bad thing, but to look at it as a launch pad for success. Because any successful person failed their way to that spot. It wasn't just a smooth sailing road. So really learning to embrace failure. Brené Brown is a favorite. She has The Gifts of Imperfection, Daring Greatly, The Power of Vulnerability. I can type all these up too for you. Point is pick up a personal development book, read for 10 minutes a day. You can also listen. YouTube has a lot too that you can listen on YouTube. But just know that like the 3 vital behaviors, we call it like a 3-legged stool. Like you're not going to be able to succeed if you're not doing one of them. So if you're being proof and you're doing personal development, but you're not inviting, it's not going to work. If you're skipping out on personal development, it's not going to work. So embrace those and use those to share as posts on social media. Choosing to be different. It's really good to watch other coaches. If you kind of follow some of the top coaches in the company, it's great to follow them to get ideas. You know, success leaves clues, so it's good to follow them and be like, oh, that was a really good post. How can I make that? The important thing is, how can I make that my way? Because you want to think, what sets you apart from every other coach? Why should someone sign up with you as opposed to someone else? You want to find out how can you be different and make your own mark in coaching. Here we go. Choosing your 5. Like that's how Brigitte decided what are my 5 things about me? What am I going to post about? I'm going to try to find the one. Okay. So how to post. This is kind of my favorite. Like, I didn't have my own Facebook when I started. Chris and I had a joint account, and I had canceled mine because I'd gotten so sick of the like debate and controversy and just negativity that I saw on Facebook. And so I was like, I'm tired of this. I want to post what I feel without someone attacking me. But when I signed up, I knew I'd followed Brigida long enough. I'm like, I can tell, like, this is part of the business is posting. And so how can I embrace it? And how can I be comfortable really being vulnerable? And I realized that it was in what drew me to Brigida was her posts. I really connected with her sharing her story. I connected with how she overcame stuff. I got a glimpse into her life, and I saw that, like, if she can be successful with 3 little kids at home, so can I. And I realized nobody was going to be able to do that with me if I didn't do the same thing. And so I knew that the more I opened up, shared the stuff I wasn't proud of at the time, showed my messy day-to-day life, that's the only way people were going to be inspired enough to want to reach out to me and to trust me as I gave them value in posting. So think about, as you post, as you scroll your Facebook, would I be drawn into me if I was someone watching me? Like, and so I literally every now and then I'd go to my Facebook and I scroll back for like a week and I say, okay, do people get a good idea of who I am by how I post, or am I just talking about one thing too much? Would I be attracted to this post, or would I even read this post, or is it too long? Like, I kind of self-evaluate my Facebook every now and then to make sure that I'm being authentically me. I'm sharing who I am, and I'm also inviting people to do this as well. So you can see it includes a lot of selfies. And the reason they've done a science on it, the reason is people, when they see your face, they immediately connect with you more. Instead of if they just read, hi, I'm starting a challenge group in 30 days. They're a lot of fun. Come join me. As opposed to putting your face on it, letting people connect with you that way, and then sharing how you felt before. It's kind of the why. You want to share why I'm doing this. So when I do a challenge group invite, it's kind of like, if I go back 3 years, I remember where I was in that place. I was stuck. I was overweight. I had no motivation to get up and work out. I didn't have enough belief in myself to even finish 2 weeks worth of a workout because I'd always quit them. That's where I was when I started. After I went through a challenge group, I found that I really needed that accountability. Having to check in every day really pushed me to finish the workout. I had energy from Shakeology. I wasn't having to take naps. I saw success happening, and I immediately, as I was having that success, I wanted to share that with others naturally. That was just a part of the process. So now I feel this. You kind of share before, during, and after with the invite so that people can connect and be like, that's totally me. I don't want to work out right now. I don't believe in myself enough to do it. If she can do it, so can I. So you get it, like the storytelling part of it, sharing pictures of it. So you kind of post everything. You post when you're on a date night, if that's part of your life. You post something of value. So like she had learned something about chia seeds, and so she shared that. And people loved it. They're like, oh, really? And they went and bought chia seeds. So just thinking of little different tips and tricks, like things that you've learned, share that because it gives people value. And the more they see that, the more they gain trust in you. Like, okay, she's doing really great at this. I see her working out. I already tried one of her tricks. I really want to jump in and get more being in a group. So sharing all of those different things about you, your 5 things after you figure those out. A couple things not to do. So as you can see, and I have one of these pictures too, I just didn't have it up at the moment, but you don't want to share stock photos from Beachbody. So if you Google 21 Day Fix, it brings up all the stock photos. Don't do that because people can get that anywhere. They can go up to Google and see that. from you, they want to see why you're the missing link for them to order the 21-day fix, for example. They want to say, okay, I want to do the 21-day fix, but I really want Morgan because I can see that she's doing it. I see how she's having success with it. I know that she'll be able to help me do it with her. You're the missing link for people, basically, because anyone can order these things off of Amazon or online, and they'll probably not have as great of success because they don't have that support. You're the missing link for them. So show that through your posts. So no stock photos. If you're going to do it, like, think of something funny with the containers. You know, take a picture of you with your lunch, put your food in your container so they can see how it works, and take a picture of that. Start researching maybe some of the ingredients in Shakeology, learning what the superfoods do, and have like a date every week that you share. Today's a Shakeology Thursday. I'm going to share what ashwagandha does for you. You know, and that's giving them value. They're seeing what it's like over and over and over. Through repetition and consistency, they're going to want to do it. What is the other thing? With selfies. So I have a favorite app. It's called Beauty Plus. It just helps your selfies be even better. So it's like an enhancer. Let me bring it up. I like to do this one. So typically, like, what makes a good selfie, lighting helps. You know, like a really dark selfie is not going to stand out when they're scrolling the newsfeed because they can't see you. I know it's funny, but it's just true. Like, taking a picture standing in front of the window where the sun's coming on your face just helps make it a better picture so it's more eye-catching when they're scrolling. There is a study. Typically, people are sitting there scrolling their newsfeed like when they're in line at the grocery store. So if they're in line, they're scrolling, and they see something that jumps out at them, that's kind of how you want to think of your pictures a little bit. This is funny. I was just scrolling and I saw Chris's picture. He totally took a push-up selfie when he was doing his workout. But it caught my eye for a second. So you guys kind of get the gist of it. Like, rotate through your 5 things about you, basically. If anything, one post about Beachbody a day. Typically, it's 80% you want to be about you and 20% about Beachbody. But there's subtle ways to do it, and these are called indirect ways to talk about, like, coaching, and direct ways to talk about coaching. Indirect, for example, is, so a couple Saturdays ago, I just got off a call with Katie Palmer, and I took a picture of me smiling, and I was like, how cool is this on a Saturday morning? I got to wake up and talk to my friend, and I get to call that work. Because that's a blessing to me. Think of the things you love about coaching, and those are like indirect ways to talk about it. A direct way to talk about coaching is like inviting people to a What is Coaching webinar or a coach open house. And the picture is like coaching, like What is Coaching webinar. That's a direct way to talk about it. If you've been curious about what I do, what we do as coaches, come listen into this webinar. It's done this for me. You do the feel, felt, found. That's a direct. Indirect is like the blessing of being able to be at home with your kids because you didn't have to go to work, or being able to like contribute to groceries or to pay like a phone bill, you know, little things, blessings that coaching has done for you. Being able to find something that you're passionate about, that you love, that helps you work on you, but that you get to also talk about with others. Like, those are things I love about coaching. And so those make kind of those indirect ways of talking about it without saying, come join my team. Like, it's, I love this about it. It's that kind of thing. I think it's really important weekly to share transformations. And when I do this, you can go to, let me bring it up. Let me bring up the website. You can go to like any of these sites if you Google Beachbody success stories. I always find one that I like and that I connect with. So typically, like, I prefer that they have clothes on. That's just me. So if I find one like this, and then I take parts of her story and I share it, like, I really liked Kelly's transformation. Listen to her story, and you share parts of her story because, again, like, the picture is fine, but if people read it and they're like, oh, that's totally me, they just connect more. They connect more with the story with it. So when you share a transformation, shares parts of the story with it, it's just more powerful and more connecting. Yeah, the clothes thing, like, that's just kind of what turned us off before we became coaches. I was like, why can't people take a picture with their shirt on? Okay, so it's like transformations once a week, I think, are really powerful. Other than that, really, like, and I think this is fun. Like, when I first heard that, I'm like, I don't know, like, what I would talk about. I'm not like a, I don't know. I'm not like a chef. I'm not like a really certified in like anything else. So I was kind of like, what would I talk about? But then that helped me dig deep too and figure out who I am and be confident in that and be proud to share it and just know that, you know what, someone's going to be attracted to it. There's someone out there that feels the same way I did. I don't need to worry that I don't have an exciting life or anything like that. Like, my life's mine. And I know that just the more raw and open and vulnerable I am, the more able I'm going to be to help other people. And that's truly what this is about. You get that one person that you walk through their transformation, you're going to be hooked. And it's such an incredible feeling to just see their light come back alive in them and to see their confidence grow. And 2 weeks into their workout, they're sending you texts like, oh my gosh, I've lost 5 pounds or whatever. Like, it's such an amazing feeling. And it's only possible as you share yours. So, any questions so far? Everything makes sense? So get your 5 things, rotate through them, tell stories, take selfies. That's what coaching is. It's pretty cool. Your personal development. Make sure you're getting your personal development in daily. If you need ideas, let me know, because I have lists and lists of books that we love, audios that we love. Is there anything you had questions about that you wanted to ask while we're on?
I have a question. What's this, like, I think it's Super Saturday or
Yeah.
Saturday? I don't even know where I saw it, in my email or online or something.
Yeah, so Super Saturday, they do it every quarter. So we just had one last month. They typically have one in every state. You can find it, let me get in here. If you go to your Coach Online office, you can look up like your location and it'll tell you where the closest one is to you. But basically what it is there's like a market council in each area, and it's just some successful coaches or just any coaches that are there really. They get together and they plan a Super Saturday. And Beachbody puts out a video every quarter that they play at it. And it just talks about like what's coming up. They talk about the Success Club trip coming up. And they have a little bit of training in it. And then usually there's a workout you all do together and just some short trainings. Let me find.
Is it something that you like register and there's a registration fee? Or there's one in Tampa coming up in the next few weeks, I think, or next month or something.
Not already that time? Holy cow! I swear we just had one. Each one is different. It just depends how kind of big they've made it. Some do just charge like a $15 fee to go, just to help cover their costs of renting out a building, paying for all of that stuff that goes with it. Some of them are free. Like all the ones I went to in Vegas were free, but the ones here in Utah are $15.
Okay.
Each one's different. So yeah, if there's one close to you, definitely try to be at it and bring people with you. So if there's anyone interested in coaching that lives by you, you can invite them to go. They're really good that way. Like, because I shared my story at the last one. They always have like some coaches share their transformation story and share their financial change story.
Okay.
And the group workouts are fun. Some of them have Shakeology as samples, some don't. But I know there's like Lindsay Matway lives in Florida, Katie Hefner, Lindsay Say. Those are all like 3 top coaches on our team.
Okay.
They put on a fun one down there. I know that. Evelyn, you're in Oregon or Washington?
Washington, and I'm way out in the boondocks. So.
Wait. I can't think of one in Washington off the top of my head. I know there's.
Don't they do online ones too, Mindy? Like special groups they do online?
They do now. Yeah, you can like connect and be like, we can't go, so we're doing our own online. And they do. They always play the video after they put it up in the Coach Online office.
Where in the office do you find, where would I find, like, I don't remember where I saw that information.
I know. I was just looking really fast. Let me find it, and I'll bring it up on the screen share. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, baby.
Okay, here we go. So if you go to news and training, go to events, and then down here in the bottom left-hand corner, it has the upcoming events. So Super Saturday, obviously Coach Summit you want to plan on for next year, next summer. That's the other thing. Hitting Success Club your first 3 months in a row, you get a free ticket to Summit, which is like a $250 thing. That will be next July in Nashville. 3 days, super fun, super busy, super exhausting, but nothing else like it.
And you have to have the 5 points to qualify? Or 10?
Doesn't matter, 5 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically 3 people, your first 3 months, you'll get a free ticket to Summit. And hotel, like costs with that, your extra costs would be food while you're there and lodging. We actually haven't got a hotel yet for it. We were thinking we might rent a house and try to house as many of our team together as possible. That would really cut down on the cost for everybody. We're all together, and then we can go back and forth to stuff together. So we'll keep the team updated on that. But that's like over there. You can see that's another upcoming event. So there would be Super Saturday, House of Wake Up Calls. You can find stuff there. Any other questions? Nothing?
I have another question, but I can't remember.
Oh.
I'll think of it in a second. Mom brain.
Oh, yeah. Evelyn, any tough questions for me? No?
I guess not yet, but I may have to text you at some point.
Good. I love texts.
When is the last day, the end goal for the 60-day Diamond Dash?
The last day to qualify?
Is it like the 11th maybe that we signed up or something like that?
Where I look? Let me log out of Chris's account here. Scroll through all my groups here. Diamond Dash, Diamond Dash. Are you guys caught up on the calls?
I have to go back and listen to the one. Because I went to bed early last night. I was so tired. They don't come on until like 10:30 here.
I'm not caught up yet, but I really liked the invite call. I still need to finish the last portion, but the invite call was really, really good.
Oh, good. Who did it?
Stars. Let me hear you look at that up too.
I haven't. I'm going to listen to him today.
Huh?
My goodness, where is it? So let's just say it started, the 11th.
That's what it was, the 11th, right? I
Yeah.
couldn't remember, and I couldn't find it. I looked around in there, but I didn't see.
Yeah, I started Tuesday the 11th. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Ah!
Yes, buddy. Yes, 1 minute.
Okay, so it'd be the second week of October.
Okay.
So you'd want to shoot for October 7th because that's the Wednesday, and your
Okay.
ring would go through that night. For diamond, you hold it for 6 weeks. After you advance, you hold it for 6 weeks, and then after 6 weeks, you're what they call a lifetime diamond. You've qualified. You'll always be recognized as a diamond after that point. So I always say, okay, you get to diamond, you've gone through it, and then you push to basically keep growing, keep adding people on, because when people go in active, you don't want to drop rank. I mean, it happens. It happened to me tons of times. But I think sometimes there's a mindset, I got to diamond, okay, I can sit back. And it's kind of like, that's your launch to go create a diamond yourself, and build even a bigger team. So October 7th. Okay. Kayla, do you have any questions?
Nope, I'm just trying to get as many invites out as I can each day. I want to get over the 100 mark. So today I've reached out to 11, so that means I have 9 more people to invite because I'm reaching out to 20 people a day.
20 people a day? Wow.
I really, really, really want to go diamond.
Yes. I know you want it.
And I just miss you so much, so that's why I'm on this recording. And also to be teachable, because I always can learn more.
It's a good quality. Biggest thing, just know without a doubt. Like, I know it's hard to say without a doubt, but 100% that you can be a diamond and above. That you can not only be a diamond, but you can coach, you can create a diamond. You can have a diamond on your team. That you're that capable leader for them. That that people deserve to be on your team. And that you have everything it takes. You really do. That unshakable belief really kind of seeps out in confidence in your reach outs and your invites. They can sense that. You guys are awesome. You all have the business activity tracker that you're using to track your stuff. Okay. That's the biggest thing. I think that really helps keep me on track so I don't get sidetracked. And then at night, I'm like, all right, what did I do today? And I can see it. I did the important things. Evelyn, did you say no for the business activity tracker?
Right.
I have the one you sent me. I had to re-enter it into Excel.
Okay.
So I can send it to you, Mom.
Okay. So you're just keeping track on your computer?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now our office is a big giant mess, so I can't sit at the desk right there. So
yeah.
I'm in the corner of my couch, and that's where I've been doing everything.
Good. That's how I
write down on something is too hard right now.
That was totally me for like 2 years. It was on the kitchen table or on the couch. Yeah. I'm just going to go over really quick again the things you say to do. So, I mean, all basic, but so what you do every day to build your business, you add people to your friends list. Quickest way, can you see my Facebook page? Okay. So the easiest way to add people, other than like trying to remember people from elementary and junior high, is I'm just going to type in, I'll type in my mom. So first thing, you would print your Facebook friends list, which you go to Of course, I can't find anything right now. Here we go. Settings. Go. Why couldn't I find it? Okay, so go to settings. Right here, download a copy of your Facebook data. It'll send it to your email. When you bring it up in your email, you can select to just print off your Facebook friends list. That's like your starting list. So when people say you want to start with 100 names, I just say print your Facebook friends list. Make sure you've got 100 people. If not, start adding people. So the best way to add people, start at the top of your list with your first friend, go to their page, go to their friends list, click on the people you may know, and it brings up all these people that you have mutual friends with. And then just go through and start adding people. That helps because once you add them, they're kind of like, oh yeah, like I kind of remember you, or they might not, it doesn't matter, then they're following you. So they can follow you and they can start to see your posts. And then you can start to engage with them, comment on their photos, like their stuff, and then just get to know them. And that's where the reach out is. A reach out is getting to know people. It's reconnecting with them. I love this because this is a relationship business. It's not, I'm going to add a ton of people in a group and start without their permission, and being like, Shakeology is the best thing ever. You should all do it. Like, this is a relationship. That's how you're successful, is you're building relationships with people. You're finding out what they're struggling with. You're finding out if there's any changes they want to make. How can I help you do that? If they say no, it's okay. Say, how can I still be of help to you in the meantime until you're ready? Because a lot of people just need time to get ready to change. Changes are hard. But you're the person that gets to tell them, you can do this. I'm going to be there to help you. So you can add people this way. So you add people every day. You reach out, which is, hey, how are you doing? I saw your picture of your kids. They're getting so big. Like, how's life? How are things going right now? That's a reach out. You want to do reach outs every day. And then invite is the last step. Through your reach outs, as you're reconnecting, there always comes a time where it's okay. You can invite them to something, whether it's a challenge group or coaching. And there are people that I was totally fine with just inviting without kind of going through the reach out process. I was just like, hey Morgan, I'm in a group. Come do this with me. You'll love it. It'll be so much fun. I totally want us to get our butts kicked together. There's some of those friends that you're totally comfortable with just inviting. So you do that every day too. Ads, reach outs, invites, and then post and read your personal development. I keep thinking and that's it. And then I'm like, wait, and read and be proof of the product. Okay. Any last questions?
Nope.
Okay. Well, you ladies are awesome. It's so fun to see you. If you have any questions in the meantime, let me know. If you need a suggestion of a good book to read or to podcast to listen to, let me know. If you are in a conversation with somebody and you really just want to how would you answer this? Let's send it to me. I'm happy to show you how I would respond. And then you can, cater that to how you talk and send it back in your own way. But that was really helpful to me to do that at the first until I kind of got my rhythm of okay, I've got my style of how to do it. It's still kind of in the forming process of how they suggest to do it. But so I'm always here if you need to do that. But okay, well, I'll see you ladies in the groups. Did Kayla jump off? Yeah. Thank you for getting on.
Thanks, Mindy. It was great. Good to see you.
You too.
Fabulous.
Thanks. Hi, Levi.
Say hi.
Levi. Hi, buddy. Oh.
From yesterday?
What?
Did you see his video from yesterday?
Yes. Oh my goodness. He is doing so awesome.
His PT was pretty impressed today.
Oh my gosh, I guess. Yeah. Are you having fun moving?
Are you guys getting Camden like any other sort of wheelchair, or are you just sticking with the Zip-Zac for now? Or
I really want to start getting a wheelchair, just for when we're out and about.
yeah,
You know, I can't really stick him in the Zip-Zac at Costco, but
right.
yeah, I want him to be higher up. What?
We just ordered one. We ordered actually a bunch of like 4 different pieces of equipment. So we'll see. But I'm super excited for it to come. Like you said, just I want to be able to run him out to the mall or go to a store and let him have the ability to do it himself.
Yeah, Camden loves his wheels, whether it's a stander or the Zip-Zac. I can tell that's like where he's comfortable. I don't know. I really want to get like a x-ray or something to test how much muscle he has in his hips and legs, because he can't bear weight at all.
Okay.
Like he tries, but his left leg like buckles. He buckles at the knees, but he tries to pull up. If he's in a stander, you can see him like shifting on his hips, and he can like.
Does he have a mobile stander, or I mean, is it like when he can roll himself, or no?
Yeah, it's got the big wheels. Yeah.
Okay, that's one of the things we ordered for Levi. Between that and the wheelchair, I'm so excited for them to come.
Yeah. No, he loves his stander. But it's so big and bulky, so it's just
really.
Do
you have the Riften one?
No, we have kids on the move. They come to our house, and they have equipment that parents have like donated. So we're just loaning it right now. But he stands in it, and then it's got like 2 wheels in the front that go out. So there's no tray or anything. But he can wheel around the house and pull up to the table and do stuff.
And he can wheel it around himself.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Oh yeah, like the Zip-Zac totally prepares them. Like they get into a big one and they're like, sweet.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Levi does with it, because he hasn't, like, we have a stander, but it just has little casters on it that he can't move them at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that his legs get stronger. Sometimes I'm like, are we trying to like push something that he like just doesn't have the strength to do? But
yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing with spina bifida is there's no definite answer about anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I just read a post that a mom was saying, you know, I watched so many of my friends rejoice over their kids taking their first steps, and I'm finally getting the chance to do that. And my daughter's 5, and she took her first independent steps. And, you know, it's still like a big deal for the mom, but
yeah, they each have their own time frame. I'm like, he's been casted for like 6 months of his life. Like
You guys are done with that though, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Unless they decide to do hip surgery. I don't know if it'd be worth it, but.
Yeah. I saw Wendy posted a video yesterday, I guess, with Liam, like, cruising around on the couch, and I was like, you know, you try not to be like, but you kind of are.
Oh, no. They came to our house, like, 2 weeks ago, and that kid took off. Like, he was all over the house, and I'm like, whoa. Cameron sat there and, like, watched him, and I'm like, that kid is mobile.
Are they, because you're close to the hospital that they come to out there?
Yeah, so she stopped by, and, like, and it's so hard not to compare, but I'm like, and it's cool because Liam has the floppy foot, so when he stands, like, he's standing on, like, the top of his foot.
Oh, wow.
Even with that, like, he was crawling all up and down the stairs, and a lot of it's personality. Like, Camden just is so chill. Like, he'll sit back and watch kids play.
Right.
And, like, he'll get there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Tyler, you need to get down from there. That is not safe. No, thank you. All right. Well,
have a good rest of the day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.